Hi guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about the security information and event management, which is related to cybersecurity. First, let's begin with the introduction to SIEM. In today's world, hackers are trying to break in by finding that one blind spot or vulnerability that they can take advantage of. The security analysts are left fighting an uphill battle with these hackers and with a bunch of tools that are not communicating with each other, where they have to go back and forth to check all these tools for alerts. Here comes SIEM. Let's see what is SIEM. It is basically a tool that pulls in sources from a bunch of different places and aggregates and consolidates this data and sorts it to identify the threats. It is a type of software solution that provides real time analysis of security alerts generated by applications and network hardware present in the IT infrastructure. SIEM generally collects, aggregates, and analyzes log data generated from the IT infrastructure and correlate this data to identify the potential security threats and incidents, helping security teams to detect and respond to the cyber threats more efficiently. So generally, SIEM employs agents to collect events from devices, servers, networks, and security tools and sending this data to a centralized console analyst and then analyze, prioritize, and respond, thus reducing the cybersecurity noise effectively. Some of the SIEM platforms often include features such as log management, event correlation, dashboards, and reporting capabilities, which we will be seeing later. SIM and SEM. What is SIM? SIM is the technology that was initially introduced for the IT team to manage their logs. It is in short for Security Information Management System. It refers to the collection of log files and storing them in a central repository for later analysis. So basically, it provides a centralized platform for storing and analyzing security event data, enabling efficient detection and investigation of security incidents. Next comes SCM. SCM is more of a processing the data in the real time to monitor, correlate, and notify the security events that are being generated on a regular basis. It is short for security information management. So here you make use of the logs collected from the SIM and focus on detecting and responding to security threats as they occur using advanced correlation techniques and real-time alerting. These two processes, when merged together, form the SIEM. SIEM features. Well, some of the features that SIEM include are data aggregation, correlation, dashboards, alerting, and automation. We'll be seeing this one by one. First of all, when diving into security information and event management, it is crucial to understand the key features that contribute to its effectiveness. Let's break down these essential aspects. Data aggregation. Data aggregation and integration in SIEM operates by collecting and monitoring data from diverse sources, including applications, networks, servers, and databases. The next is correlation. It is a wider component often integrated into security event management within a SIEM tool. Correlation involves identifying common attributes among the different events, and this aids in comprehensive threat analysis. Then comes the dashboards. SIEM systems perform data aggregation, pulling information from applications, databases, networks, and servers. This data is then presented in visually accessible dashboards featuring charts that unveil the patterns and prevent the oversight of critical events. Then comes the alerting, where a potential security incident is identified through the use of SIEM tools to prompt notify users. This real time alerting is instrumental in enabling swift responses to emerging threats. And then comes the next feature, that is automation. Some SIEM solutions go beyond the basic functionalities, incorporating automation features. This may include automated security incident analysis and incident response mechanisms. These automated processes often enhance the efficiency of the overall cybersecurity. Next, look into some of the SIEM functions. The data is centralized and includes information from applications, security devices, antivirus filters, and firewalls. Some of the SIM functions are performed on this data to avoid threats. Let's talk. Let's go into them one by one. Collection. From the name itself, you can understand that it is a process of collecting logs from the devices and servers. But how are we going to collect these logs? So there are basically two methods to collect these logs: agent-based and agentless. Agent-based is where a piece of software that will sit on a particular log source will collect and forward these logs to the servers. And another one is a agentless, where there is no agent present and the device itself sends these logs to the servers. Aggregation. It is a process of collecting these logs from multiple systems, parsing them and extracting structured data, putting them together in a format that is easily searchable and explorable by modern tools available now. Parsing. Here, a software component takes a specific log format and converts it into structured data for easy use and searchable. Multiple parsers are used for different systems. Next comes the normalization. This is a process where events containing different data are merged into a reduced format which contains common event attributes. Categorization. It involves dividing the events that were normalized earlier by identifying the log data related to system events, authentication, local or remote operations, etc. Enrichment. The categorized data is now moves into enrichment, which involves adding important information that can make the data more useful. Indexing. Providing indexing keys to all the log data for faster searching of the log data across all logs is done in this process. And finally, the storage. Here, the logs are stored for different purposes, such as compliance and sometimes for later retrieval, which can be used if needed in the future. SIM advantages. First, before moving on to the advantages, we should see why SIEM is important. SIEM streamlines to the security management, sifting through vast data to prioritize the alerts for the enterprises and IT organizations. It uncovers potential incidents, identifying malicious activity in log entries, and reconstructing attack sequences. So the SIM can be provides these advantages, like they automate the process automated, provide comprehensive reports on the security attacks and the threats, and eliminating manual efforts. Now let's move into the SIM advantages. First, the number one is rapid threat identification. SIEM significantly reduces the time needed to identify potential threats, minimizing the potential damage ignited by malicious activities. Next advantage is the holistic security view. Holistic security view. Here, the SIEM offers a comprehensive perspective of an organization's information security environment. This facilitates the efficient gathering and analysis of security information, ensuring the overall safety of our systems. All the organization data is centralized by enhancing the accessibility in a holistic security view. Next comes the versatile use cases. Companies leverage SIEM for a range of applications centered around data and logs. This includes implementing robust cybersecurity programs, generating audit and compliance reports, and adding in help desk and network troubleshooting. Next advantage is the scalability. SIEM supports large volumes of data, enabling organizations to seamlessly scale and incorporate additional data as needed for enhancing the security measures. Threat detection and alerts. This provides a proactive threat detection and issues security alerts, allowing organizations to stay ahead of the potential risk. Next comes the forensic analysis capability. In the unfortunate event of significant security breaches, SIEM provides invaluable by conducting detailed forensic analysis. This aids in understanding the scope and impact of security incidents, facilitating effective response strategies. Embrace the power of SIEM for a fortified cybersecurity posture where swift threat identification and proactive measures are the key to a secure digital landscape. Now, let's see some of the use cases and real time opportunities of SIEM. So, SIEM is used in a compliance. Tighter compliance regulation are pushing business to invest more heavily in the IT security and SIEM, and that is why SIEM plays a very important role there. Because with the help of SIEM, it helps the organization to be comply with the PCI, GDPR, and stock standard. Now just imagine that you are operating a service, your entire organization from Europe, and you are very concerned about GDPR. So the same will monitor your organization data for all these compliance reasons. If you don't have a SCM, you will be unable to do the monitoring. And then what will happen? You might face a lot of consequences because of these compliance issues. So SCM comes and gives you in a hand in here. SIEM was first initially used mainly by the large enterprise due to the growing emphasis on compliance and keeping the business secure. It may be required for the small and medium-sized business because regulations such as GDPR, PCI says, HIPAA, and PIPDA are applicable to the organization irrespective of the sizes. Second use case of a SIEM is it is used for insider threats. External threats are not only things that make the organization vulnerable, but also insider threats pose a considerably great risk, especially considering with the ease of access. According to the insider threat statistics of Verizon data breach investigation report, three of the top five casualty security breaches was related to insider threats. So integrating with the UBA and all that we can be able to monitor the behavior of the employee. And SIEM basically helps us with the granular monitoring on those cases. So by this way, we will be able to identify all those items like installing of software in our system or disabling the security of the software that is already available in our system and etc. The third use case where SIEM can be more effective is the high privilege access abuse. So privileged access abuse is a complex problem which is stemming from gaps in access control at the organization and user with the access to IT systems are able to perform the undesirable action to a particular system because they have more rights to do and they have the jobs. According to the Verizon report, the privileged access abuse was the third largest cause of data breach and second largest cost of security incidents. Recently, SIM has also become a great use case for the IoT sector. Also, even the Gartner predicted that there will be a 26 billion connected devices by 2025. But with the progress come risk as more connected devices offer more point of entity through which the target business. Because as soon as a hacker is one of the network to the connected device, they can access to the rest of it easily. And most of the IoT solution vendors provide that APIs and external data repository that can be easily integrated into the same solution. This can be avoided using the SIEM software, an essential part of a business cybersecurity, as it can mitigate the IoT threats such as DOS attacks, flag at risk, and compromise these devices. So these are some of the real-time use cases of SIEM. So here are some of the SIEM tools used in the real time: Splunk, IBM Q Radar, Logarithm, RSA ArcSight, and finally McAfee. So that's all for this video. I hope you gained a small idea about what is a SIEM. I hope I meet you in the next video. Thank you.